All right, all right, all right. I'm Trish da Dish, live and lively from the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. So excited to be here. 16th episode of Mana'o at Home. Can you believe it? What a rocking summer it's been. I'm really proud of the show, and I really appreciate all the support online. And also, I just really appreciate all the musicians who have taken this experience, ride with me. So thank you guys for being here and tuning in. Don't forget, if you missed past episodes, they're all available at mana'o.radio.com. There's a lot going on in the world right now, but no matter what, just be kind to each other, be smart, and just remember everybody's going through something, and just try to share the love and aloha. And today we're going to be talking to somebody who's not only somebody that, I enjoy off the stage, that I not only enjoy on the stage, but I also enjoy him off the stage. He's got a great personality. He's got a righteous attitude. He's become a family man recently, and it's been really beautiful to see him turn into a great father. And you wouldn't know it, but he's been on like award-winning albums. He's working with Grammy Award winners. He's been playing since he was 7 years old. I mean, he's got such an interesting history, and you're going to learn more about him today. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's welcome the string slayer, the ukulele sensation, the slacking off brother from another mother. This is Garrett Probst.
Hello, how's it going? Thank you, Trish.
The crowd's going wild here in Makawao.
Oh yeah. Listen to those cows.
Thanks for being here. How was your day?
It was awesome. It was good. Actually went for a little ride today. I just got a bike, so I went riding behind and back. Yeah, it was fun.
Wow, right on.
Yeah, no, not like a motorcycle. Not like
I was like, a bicycle to Lahaina?
No way, you crazy? Me? No way.
Man, you're
I'm
really
in shape. I'm in shape, brown, but I'm not, like in shape.
That's cool. That's cool. Wow, you got a motorcycle now? You are the bad boy of ukulele.
No, I don't know about all that. No, it was fun. It's a good day. It was. It's a nice day.
It is a nice day.
It is.
Well, we're going to be sharing a lot about your journeys, and also you've got a fun, eclectic set. You also play. You play a lot of string instruments, but you're very instrumental, which I really enjoy. You're also very funny, which I enjoy too. You've got a great sense of humor, and you're a good MC. So I'm really happy to have you here, and you're kind of sharing an intimate session with us today. So thank you so much for opening that door. Me. Yeah, of course.
Thanks, Chino, for that rocking intro. I appreciate that. I want to be funny like him.
We'll have a sesh. You can give him some ook. Yeah. You give him some. We'll trade ook for jokes. All right, ook lessons for jokes. All right, today, what are you going to start with today for us?
We're going to take a journey to the island of Kauai. This song, we're playing slack key for the first couple songs. Slack key has been always. I grew up listening to it. When I first learned how to play ukulele, I had to learn how to transpose ukulele chords from slack key chords, which was kind of interesting. At the age of 8, I got introduced to Uncle George Kahumoku Jr., and he moved over from the Big Island. I met him at the Westin Maui. I think my dad was a banquet captain there, and just introduced me to him, and I just kind of hung out, and every time he played music, I'd sit in front of him and just kind of learn by ear, like the old way, you know what I mean? You just don't really say nothing. There's nothing written down. You just got to kind of figure it out. And
that's the way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, that's I guess, and it's it steered me in the right direction. I got a chance to meet a bunch of different Saki artists through that and through him and my association with him. He's been like a father to me growing up. So I want to start with Uncle Dennis song. Uncle Dennis taught me this song, Kamakahi. He taught me this song when he came to the show in Kapalua that we used to have over at the Ritz-Carlton and the Pilikai for a bit. And he wrote this song when he was with the Sons of Hawaii. And then I would actually tell you a little bit of the background to this song. Is when they were up in Koke'e on Kauai. They were staying at a cabin, and I guess they were getting cold, and they started a fire, and they lit this fire, and they started smoking out the entire cabin. The owner owner of the cabin drove up in his truck and started yelling at him because they just didn't know how to open the flume up, so they kind of smoked themselves out. And he told me that he gifted this song to them because they had a really good time. He left us a few years back, but this is a song that talks about the beautiful island of Kauai, the garden of Kauai. It goes like this.
Ow! That was so beautiful. You're gonna make me cry in the first song.
Nah.
It's been a rough week, and that just made me. Music is healing, you know.
It is.
It really is, truly. And living in LA, you don't get to hear sounds like that, you know.
Yeah,
And
you guys just moved back. You got back here, what, not even 2 weeks ago? A week
yeah,
ago?
just 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks
Wow.
ago.
We've been free from quarantine for like a week. Being able to experience the island. We're so happy. Well, thank you for sharing that. What a beautiful gift.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
So when you were growing up on Maui, who are some of the artists, George Kawamoku, of course, but who else were you looking up to and listening to and putting your ear to the ground?
Well, his son, Kyoki, call him Liko, he was, kind of started up a youth group with us, and I learned a lot. We started, you know, we had, we used to coordinate the Youth Maui Ukulele Players Contest that was down at Hula Grill for years.
Awesome.
And that's how I got involved, and I met a bunch of people like Herbote Jr. was one of my mentors growing up as well. He'd fly over every weekend to do classes when we were in about high school, and me and my cousin Peter used to go and hang out and go to his class. Herb was a big influence. As far as influences in ukulele styling, as far as ukulele goes, I'd probably say that it would be Kelly Boy de Lima from
Nice.
Capena. Yeah, Kelly Boy de Lima and Troy from Ka'au and Pololo.
Nice.
Growing up, and then along came Jake, and he's just next level.
Yes, Jake
Yeah,
is like
for sure.
Jake and Derek and you. I love all you guys. I think you bring such a I don't know. You guys are a beautiful example. You know,
I used to play with Derek when we were kids, actually, with Kyoki in that group.
Derek Sebastian.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Derek Sebastian. Yeah, Derek and Pete Ilani was in the group too. We flew up to Hayward, California, and played in the Northern Ukulele Festival up there. When we were kids. I think it was like intermediate school. I think it was like 6th graders.
Speaking of being a kid, I heard you were out playing gigs when you were like 13, 14.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And like, what did the LC say about that? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. Actually, I think we had to go. We had to get like a certain card, to work.
Yeah, usually.
And stuff like that. Yeah, like this. I don't know, yellow.
But you seem so confident. Was it intimidating being so young and playing these gigs?
Oh, absolutely. I still get intimidated and shit.
Really?
Like, oh yeah, especially from people that I know.
How
because
funny.
there's pressure. I mean, it's not too bad when you're playing a restaurant where nobody's really paying attention. A bunch of tourists just eating their prime rib and crab legs or whatever. So, but I think we actually, me and my cousin started playing at 14 professionally in I think the Hula Girls where we started, and then we're fortunate enough to have that. I'm just knowing the right people, and just kind of being, when I was younger, I just really kind of kept to myself. I did a lot of like some mechanic stuff, and a bunch of video games, and music was kind of my real outlet because I can get real creative. I'm not good at painting or nothing. so just so that I guess the strings, and you just get kind of lost in it, and you just gonna when you're that age, you just kind of like push yourself to be harder and really learn a lot about different things in life. And it took me to the West Coast, even to the Midwest at times. And
we'll talk about that next. We'll save that for the next. I want to hear about your touring next, but what song are you going to share with us next? You got a great song list. I'm really excited. Thanks for being here.
We're gonna go to the Big Island.
Hey, Big Island.
Yeah. This is actually one of the first songs I learned how to play on ukulele. This song was written by Sam Leah, but made famous by Uncle Gabby Pop's Pahinui. And it's his signature song, He Lavis. So, if you learn Saki, you gotta learn this song. It's like you gotta do it. If not, then it's just blasphemy. So we're gonna take a journey to the Big Island. Waterfalls in the back of Waipio Valley. It's a song about a man from Waipio Valley and a woman from Puna, which is more by like Kausa, I guess, or volcano area. And they were forbidden to be with each other, and they'd rendezvous on the top of this the waterfall so nobody could hear them, and they do the dirty. And a lot of people were jealous, so like they said, it was like birds chattering in the forest, everybody talking smack about these two. But this is a song called Hilabe. Makakain ka na Hiva hiva au na kamakua Ahia ina kikuna. The dog in the back. Hiva hiva au na kamakua Ahia ina kikuna. Ke alai halai himai Maui ka wai nende Kopuna ke alai halai himai Maui ka wai nende
Ow, ow! It's hard for me to hoot and holler to such beautiful music, but ow!
That's okay. Just do it. I don't know.
That's one of my favorite things about you too, is that you can be, I just love how you go from one side to another. Like you can be in a button-down Aloha shirt at like the Ritz-Carlton and all professional, and then you can have like your hat backwards, and dirt on your face, and like a punk rock tee. You know, like there's all sides of the Garrett, and I love it.
Just be who you are, you know, do your thing, you know. I love music, and I just do what represents me, and I love it.
Wait, talk closer to the mic so I can hear you better.
Okay.
There you go.
I know. Okay. All right.
There you go. Your voice gets so quiet. I love it. So
right.
yeah, you coordinated the youth ukulele. That's
I did.
awesome.
Yeah, when I was I think I was still 17. I was still a minor, and it was a lot to do at that age, but it was awesome because they had a lot of support from local businesses, and even our judges that we flew from Outer Island. I got to work with Kimo Hussey, work with a lot of key players, Uncle Edward and Uncle Dennis, a lot of Eddie Bush, which passed.
Ooh,
Yeah, so I got to meet a lot of Royce Akuma used to come down and do it, and
ooh,
it
these
was
are big names you're dropping. Like, oh my
yeah when
goodness.
I was 17 years old, right?
You're
I mean, like,
17, you're
yeah,
coordinating
right.
these
I
legends.
know, right? Yeah,
You're
just
like,
to get him
yeah.
over here and just calling, like the 17-year-old kid calling, the Western Maui, like, hey, you got any free rooms for all these guys that I'm flying over? They're like, yeah, no problem, So it was real nice to have like that support from everybody, especially I think it
Right
went
on.
pretty smoothly. Yeah, it was awesome. It was a good time.
Let's talk a little bit about the ukulele boys, which you
Okay.
were with for 15 years. A lot of people remember, like, you have fans that are visitors, but also, it kind of became a staple. It was like
Yeah.
that's what you did on the
Right.
west side. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Black
Yeah.
Key Show, it's like that's what you go do.
Right.
It's
Right.
like part of
Exactly.
the. It's like a Willie K on the south side, and then you guys on the west side. Tell
Yeah.
me
It's pretty
about
much.
the experience of that. I know it's no longer, but how does that feel to be such like that was a landmark event in Maui history, I think.
Oh, right on. Well, thanks. Yeah, that's it was definitely fun. We started me and my cousin, it was Peter D'Aquino. We started playing. We're first cousins. We started playing around age of, like we said, 14, and just being around those great legends like Uncle George. They kind of be like, "You guys want to come play?" And be like, "Absolutely." So we took every opportunity we could,
Good,
to make
good
the
movie.
most of it. And I guess after playing the West Side for 15 years, like you said, we have a lot of people that come back and come visit, and they'll come like put it in their itinerary to actually come watch us play.
Hmm.
Just a couple of kids just doing their thing, and it was always a competition between me and him, and we'd sometimes we outshow each other or try to tease each other on stage or whatever, which is
Just
that's
like
a good and
family,
oh,
you know.
absolutely family, exactly. But
My
it
favorite.
also pushed us, to hone our skills a lot and to make duets. So we'd actually compose our own duets for, and arrange our own music, which is great. And that took us to on the road with all those guys, and that was killer. You know.
Yeah, what was it like to go to the mainland and kind of extend, your special gifts? And how was the reaction when you went to like the West Coast and Midwest?
Yeah, with up and down. I guess they call it the five, right? You
Yeah,
don't call it I-5, they call it the five. But
the
it was good. We went
Pacific
from
Coast Highway.
right, exactly. Yep, yep. We went up and down from Seattle. We played at the Triple Door. A few times we went, played at the Triple Door with Uncle Ed and Uncle George, and we went all the way down to like Berkeley. We played at the Freight and Savage Coffee House, which is
Ooh,
all like really for me. Like I really understand how important on people acts that actually that are weekly in these places. Growing up here, you don't get to see and you're not around that kind of stuff. But they got really great music going. So when I got to meet all these people on the road, I was kind of just like, wow. I don't get starstruck by the superstars. I get starstruck from like I get to go on tour with Uncle Edward Kalapana. Like, never in a million years growing
yeah.
up would I ever think that would ever be possible. I just grew up on the West Side playing, the ukulele. Next thing I'm kicking it with Uncle Ed. We're in the Midwest playing, during residencies in where we were in Missouri. We're in Branson, Missouri. We did a residency for a month there with Bob Roseman, Edward, and Uncle George for a month. That was awesome. That was good fun.
That's because you grind. Because you
Yeah,
grind and you're
yeah,
committed. And they
yeah,
see
yeah.
that.
I
That's why they
guess,
take
yeah.
you because you're reliable.
It was awesome. That was
Yeah.
fun. It was great.
And your beard was much shorter then.
That's true. That's
You've
true.
got the quarantine Billy goat right now.
Yeah.
I
Well,
appreciate
I don't like to shave. You know,
it.
it's too expensive. It's an expensive habit. So
That's
I just
true.
don't
That's
do it.
true.
Yeah.
I know that from my love. Well, thank you so much for being here, guys. Don't forget that Garrett is he's a busy man. He's got gigs. He's always touring. He's got a lot going on, and right now it's definitely a different days in the music scene. So make sure you tip him right there. It's that cute little pineapple, Garrett Probst.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Venmo him, you know, dig deep in your pockets for some monetary aloha, as I like
Thanks.
to say. All right. Don't forget, also this episode, if you just tuned in, it'll be online at manaoradio.com so you can see the full show. Thanks for being here, Garrett. What's coming up next, buddy?
Well, I guess I'm gonna just play like maybe some instrumentals and ukulele and just kind of, you know, take a step back and just kind of get in the vibe and see where it goes from there. I think we're gonna do Hawaiian Superman and maybe like whatever comes to mind. Yeah.
It's so
I
beautiful.
didn't get to play ukulele like that for a while. Actually, I haven't played any of those songs probably in about 3 years.
My favorite part was seeing the grin on your face as you changed. You're like, okay, let's try this. Oh, let's go there.
Yeah, why not?
That was so beautiful. Wow, you got Chino swaying in the kitchen. He's reliving his childhood. This is so great. Speaking of childhood, growing up, I know, of course, you're surrounded by Hawaiian contemporary traditional music, but you also, we were talking the other day, of course, reason we're friends. You love punk rock.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Grew up.
high school, loved
Who are
it.
your favorites? Give me, come
Great.
on, let's trade. Great story.
Pennywise. I love Pennywise.
Ow.
I was big into. I like Pennywise a lot. I did Black Flag, of course. They're OGs.
Yeah.
AFI. I didn't get to see when they came, but let's listen to them. Propaganda, Screeching Weasel, some of that kind of stuff. But,
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I don't know. I just always like to listen to all different types of music.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I always notice that a lot of musicians who like jazz also like punk rock. I always love that. It's like I love that. It's like dinner music and then like out in like the mosh pit. It's the best.
Right. Yeah. That's what it's all about.
And also like when you go to NAMM, I know you love NAMM. Tell me a little bit about going to LA and NAMM and meeting, musicians from all over the world.
Yeah, well, when I first heard about the NAMM show, I couldn't believe it. Like I heard stories and I was like, oh, I really want to go. And when I hooked up with the first time we went, we were on tour with me and Peter, and we flew over, and I think Koloha Ukulele invited us over just to come hang out and play at their booth. And when you get there, it's like you realize how massive this show is, and that it has incorporated everything with the music industry, and it's just so like awesome because you have like the world's greatest musicians coming out and just jamming all over the Anaheim area and around the Anaheim Convention Center, like 15 minutes apart of each other, so you just like kind of bolt across like to watch everybody play music. It's great, and it's such a good thing to network with all the rest of the ukulele players. I mean,
it's like musician Disneyland.
It is. It's awesome. And then the past few years I came with Pepe Romero, which actually is endorsing me for my ukuleles, and it's been amazing working for that guy. Like he's just like, yeah, whatever you want, man, just let me know, and you just play my ukuleles. I'm like, okay, cool, right on.
You're like,
yeah, it's like, what? You gonna give me ukulele to play? It's like, absolutely, Pep, no problem. We met on the Big Island years back at a workshop that I was teaching in, and and he's such a killer guy. All of his stuff's made like Oceanside, like around Southern California area. And his father, Pepe Romero Sr., is one of the greatest flamenco guitarists of all time. Like I've seen this guy rip, and it's amazing.
Spellbounding.
That's why it's so cool to go to NAMM, because it's like Pepe Jr. is like, oh, we're gonna go record some stuff. You want to come hang out, have some beers and pizza, like
you're like trying to keep your cool. Music. You're like, yeah,
whatever. It's like it's super cash, it's just cash.
Yeah, but inside you're going,
yeah, freaking out. Like Ron Artista, second, he's over there, he's playing.
Yeah, music. Ron.
Yeah, Ron's the man.
He's the man.
He plays with Pepe a lot, and he plays his instruments, and what else? I think Mike Love plays his stuff.
Nice.
Jack Johnson plays his stuff.
Ooh, heavy hitters.
Yeah. So when I got to see, Senior play, and like we were sitting in the hallway while I think Ron was in there recording a song, we just started playing, and he's like, so I stopped playing and I picked up the guitar, and then, Pepe Romero was like, you're pretty good. And I was like, wow, thanks, man. I was like, he's like, that's starstruck. Like, I was like, oh, man, this is like the greatest flamenco guitars of all time.
All time.
You're
going to get that tattooed on your arm.
You're pretty good.
You're pretty good. By Pepe Romero.
It's so awesome. It's just such a blessing, to be with those guys. And, just to be, so every time I get to take advantage of a situation, playing with people, music, and getting introduced to new music. I played with a lot of fingerstyle guys up in NAMM. I met a huge bunch of fingerstyle players that play for like Loudon, and they play for Fear, they play for a whole bunch of guitar, and so it's kind of cool to meet up with them every year and just to jam, because it's like
Yeah.
I love just like creating art with somebody that you haven't seen in a year. It's like, okay, just go, man. Just
Like, what else we got? It's like you guys have little secrets, and then you came back around the campfire.
Yeah,
like,
pretty
hey.
much. It was killer. Yeah.
Well, you're on your way to being one of these journeyman musicians, just so you know. So, congratulations. All this is, you have such a beautiful history. I love that you're still growing too. It's really exciting. You look so young. You're so young at heart always. Don't forget, guys, tip this tenacious artist right there, Garrett Probst. It's that easy. You get on your phone, you just go bloop bloop. It's like no germs. No, just kidding.
No germs. You actually had to take one of those tests. Did he tell you?
Oh yeah, you told me, because but you're negative.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, what are you gonna share next? This is so much fun. Thanks for being here on Manal at Home.
Definitely. I think I think I'm gonna do Under the Bridge. I always like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, listen to like a lot of alternative music too. And this is one I played at NAM. Who doesn't love the Red Hot Chili Peppers? I mean, I love them. They're great. So this is their song Under the Bridge. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, a city of dangers. Lonely as I am, together we cry. I drive on the streets 'cause she's my companion. I walk through the hills 'cause she knows who I am. She sees my good deeds and kisses me when I'm never lonely. That is a lie. 'Cause I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. Yeah, yeah. It's hard to believe that there's nobody out there. It's hard to believe that I'm all alone. At least I have her love. The city, she knows me. I'm never lonely. Together we cry. 'Cause I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. around, gave my life away. Yeah, 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 under the bridge.
Oh, that was awesome.
Thank
I
you.
want that recording. Like that is such a cool. I'm a
Like
huge
it?
Red Hot Chili Peppers fan,
Yeah.
and I loved Anthony Kiedis. That was a poem he wrote, like on a
Right.
napkin, and like
And
Flea was like, "This is really good," and he was like, "No, this is my poetry." And it
right.
was just about, I mean, it is about heroin. I'm sure yours isn't,
Yeah,
but
yeah, no, of course not.
but what a cool song. That's a really cool cover for a ukulele.
Yeah, I think it sounds pretty good on the ukulele. You know, I think it's pretty airy and open. You know, and you can fill it up enough to where it's melodic and nice and pretty. You know what I mean? It's definitely different than what how they do it. But actually, I love the Red
No,
Hot
that's
Chili
why I like you, because you always have your own style. You know,
Peppers. Oh,
you
thank
have
you. Yeah.
you have a way of complimenting and paying homage to artists, but at the same time, you can always tell it's Garrett. The longer I become a fan of you, I'm like, that's Garrett. He always puts that twist on it. I love it. I want to talk a little bit about Protect Koholave and
Oh yeah.
being in the dirt and finding your girl, and just a
Yeah.
little bit about your family if you're open to that. I
No,
love the
most
story.
definitely.
It's
Most
really cool. And
definitely.
you guys stand for a lot, and you do a lot of good stuff for Hawaii, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah. 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 You know, growing up, just growing up here. But it's I think of sixth generation. I grew up
Wow.
here. My grandma graduated from Lahaina. So I guess just being a part of the culture and learning a part of you know you know Hawaii is doing your responsibility. Yeah, your kuleana to aloha aina, and one of the ways that I can get really involved in that was through Protect Ko'olave Ohana, or PKO. My sister got involved in it when she started college with Auntie Davy up at UH Manoa, and then she became an access guide. She got trained by the military for UXOs and all that. And she could tell you a lot more about it, but just learned, you know, getting to know that family and that side. She was able to take me a couple times. And on one of these times, on these accesses in Hakiwava, when we were there, I met my girl, Maggie, and found out that she was a badass. Like, this person she's so amazing and always so happy, and, got such a aura and energy about her. I just love being around her. And, I met her when she was still voyaging with, Hawaiian Voyaging Society, HVS. And she was, in Hikianalia, she was, traveling around the world in Hokulea's voyage, but they were just like the escort boat. Hikianalia is kind of like the sister boat of Hokulea. And I found out all this stuff, and then I started going to Oahu a lot. She was living on Oahu at the time, and then I started, we started hanging out, and next thing you know, I think she was like, "You want to go to Mexico?" And I was like, "No, not really." I was like, "Well, one of my voyaging sisters is going to Mexico. You want to come?" I was like, "Okay." So we
Okay.
went, and yeah, right. So I was like, all
right.
right, fine. So we went to a wedding, and I got to meet her extended voyage in Ohana, and I was like, then I said, like, we should probably start a family. This is pretty cool. I like our dynamic. She's like, okay. It took a little convincing, and she's a busy person, she's got a lot going on. So it's been awesome, and now we have 11-month old. He's gonna be one this month,
Oh,
27. Francis.
Francis, he's gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, Francis.
He's got these eyes of wisdom. I get
He's
lost in him.
he's a trip. It was such a blessing, and just being, that new chapter in life, being a parent. It says everybody says, "Oh, you're not gonna know until you actually have a child." Like, yeah, whatever. Don't give me this. And then you have one, and it's just like, oh my goodness, they're absolutely right. And you just change like everything of your life, and just like, but it's just amazing because no matter what you do, you come home, and then there's, this little baby just lighting up and like just turn you on when you get home, and it's just the coolest thing. And I
Beautiful.
wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't trade
Aw,
it for the world. He's
I love that
awesome.
he loves the ook too. When you play, he's like,
He, he does. He does. Now
he's
he's
cool.
moving around a lot more. Back then, when I I think I have a recording of him. He was just sitting down. And he just could not take his eyes off. He was just amazed, and I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah.
But now he can move around. Now it's just like you put him on the ground, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's like in the yard already doing something that he shouldn't be doing. But it's
Kind of
fun.
like you. No, just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure this karma comes around.
How beautiful. What are you going
It's
to share with
awesome.
us next? I'm really excited.
Yeah. I've actually would like to get back on the guitar,
Great.
and play my favorite songwriter, James Taylor.
I know we got a lot of fans of James Taylor, but not all radio. He's like their favorite. Don't forget to tip Garrett, guys. This is one of your hardworking local musicians. He couldn't be more from the soil of Maui. Man, you are a sprout, and now you have a sprout. I love it. Thanks for being here, guys. I'm Trish da Dish. Mwah. I love music. This is great. Happy Thursday.
So yeah, so this song was written by James Taylor, and when I found out what it was about, I was like, wow, it's a pretty deep song. We won't get too much into it, but just yesterday morning they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans in me put an end to you. Woke up this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen the sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me make a stand. You just gotta see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand, and I won't make it any other way. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times and I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time. my mind to an easy time. My back turns towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Yeah. Been spinning the files on the telephone line, talking about things come. Sweet dreams in the fire machines, filling pieces on the ground. I've seen fire, I've seen rain, seen sunny days that I thought would never end. Seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time. I don't know how it's in there, but that James Taylor song.
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful.
I'm glad you liked it.
I love that song. My dad used to play it on vinyl, like resonating through the walls.
Oh,
He looked like James Taylor until he got bald and got those glasses. James Taylor, not my dad.
when he had hair.
When he had hair, my dad looked like James Taylor. Yeah. That's a beautiful song that, you know, no matter how old you are, all generations, that song really just hits.
He's such he's such a poet, you know, like his music is just amazing.
And I know that right now, are you, what are you doing to stay sane? I was going to ask you that during this last year. What are some things besides your beautiful Francis?
Other than Francis and Maggie, just been playing music. I did a couple of projects, a couple of tracks with a group called Music of the Movement, and then they were based out of San Francisco, and they moved back to Maui. I played a few shows with those guys, and it's been real fun. We did some stuff at the Fuzz Box with Harrison.
Woo, Fuzz Box!
We
love Trevor and Harrison. They're great.
They're awesome. They're so
cool.
To have us. They're like, oh yeah, you guys want to come up and, you know, just make a video for us? It's like absolutely, no problem. Those guys are always a great time to play music with Bryce and Raja. Those guys are awesome. Also been playing a lot with Nestor.
Yeah, Nestor.
Yeah,
he called you Hammer. All the posts, he just comments Hammer. I love it. That makes me cry.
He's so awesome, you know, and he's got 3 now. Children, so, and you know, it's funny. I just recently moved to Wai'ehu because it's getting too expensive to live in Lahaina.
Yeah, you've been West Side boy your whole life.
Yeah. I like the West Side is awesome too. I love it here. I mean, it's killer. There's a lot better food, you know, other than just the regular corporate stuff that you get in the West Side.
Good man, yeah, absolutely. All the bullshits and crannies are like mom and pops that don't advertise.
Love it.
That's my favorite thing about Wave. I wanted to move to Waikapu. I like that area too, up the hill.
Oh yeah.
It's always cool and rainy and Iao. Come on.
Yeah, it's awesome on this side. You know, I love it. Just been doing that and started recently. So after, you know, when all COVID stopped everything, and you know, I was playing music quite often and bartending, and now it's just like you can't really do both. So I was out of work for a while, and I was just fortunate enough to get a call from Ola one day, Ola Shaw from We Are More.
Yeah, Ola!
Yeah, he's been awesome. I love working with that guy.
I worked with him because of the Throwdowns. I helped promote them for so long.
They were killer. Throwdowns
were
awesome.
The whole crew nominated with Aaron Smith and all those guys. We had a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Throwdowns,
I love the Shaw family. I just think they're just solid, and you guys are doing some really cool stuff right now.
Yeah, I've been really fortunate for you know. So we've done. We just put security cameras in like Camp Third. And, you know, I guess he's just got licensed for ADT, so we're gonna be start doing like home security and stuff. But it's been just really blessing to work with that guy. He's just been so awesome, and you know, I've been kind of like showing me like how to do different side of music business, you know what I mean?
Expand your horizon.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been great. It's been awesome, you know, and just been loving it and trying to make the most of, you know, everything that comes at us in this crazy world today, you know. We just
strange days.
On moving. Yeah. But,
that's what I like. Keep on moving. Well,
when blessed for sure.
When the stages become live again, I know that you'll be right up there. You know, and I know that your fans miss you. I love in all the comments on the live feed. oh, I love it. So nice to hear you again. Yeah, brother. Like, you have a lot of fans, and it's just really nice to
I'm
see.
so fortunate,
Yeah.
It's been a blessing.
Fans from all
Music.
over the world.
Everybody, yeah.
Except for your Boston hat. Are you a Red Sox fan?
Absolutely. Come on, I thought you knew this about me.
I like the Cleveland, the Tribe, and you ruined my World Series about 10
well,
years ago.
yeah.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's be friends. All right, it's already been almost an hour. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. No, just.
This is
crazy.
wild. Thank you so much for being here. Do you want to share one more song? You got one more?
Sure, yeah, I think I can.
Let's do one more. All right, guys, don't forget, this is Garrett's gig. Okay, so tip him just like you would when you walk up and put your money in that beautiful little fishbowl. I'm gonna need you to put in that pineapple head, okay? Go to Venmo, find Garrett Probst, Probst. He's the only one. And give him some monetary aloha. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Let's have one more. I'm a Na'o at home.
Sorry, the humidity's kind of getting to. So the guitar, the tuning. I'm gonna do another one since we're in standard. Do another one. Do a song made famous by Amy Winehouse, and I've been a big fan of hers for the longest time. And it's one of my favorite songs she does. It's a song called Valor. Well, sometimes I go out by myself, look across the water, and I think of all the things and what you're doing. In my head, I paint a picture. Since you come home, but my body's been a mess. You see ginger egg, oh no, way you like the dress. Why don't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie, Valerie. Did you have to go to jail? But your house right up for sale. And did you get a good lawyer? Did you have to pay the fine? You were dodging all the time. Oh, forget already. Okay, wait. This happens, you don't play gigs anymore. You forget all the lyrics. Shut up, sing on. Sometimes I go out by myself, look across the water, and I think of all the things and what you're doing. In my head, I paint a picture. Since you come home, but my body's being red. You sit in the egg, oh no, way you like this. Why don't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie, Valerie. forgot all the lyrics. I don't know. It's been hot. It's been a long hour. And I'm sweating in here. I had to change rooms because somebody decided to jam some, Tupac and West Side Connection. So I don't think that's gonna be good coming over there. But it's been a blessing. Thanks for having me, Trish. Appreciate you.
They're going crazy over here. They're throwing.
Right
That
on.
was beautiful. I love that song, and
Yeah.
you did fine. Okay,
I know. I totally spaced out. I forgot.
It's okay.
Brain farted. I don't know.
I'm just so happy I finally got you in that seat, brother. I mean, I've been chasing
thanks
you
for
all
having me.
summer.
Appreciate
You're
it.
like, no, I got it. Okay, maybe now. And then you're like, book me.
Yeah. You just got to.
It's like you got to commit sometimes. And then
Yeah,
it
right.
all
You got to
falls.
pull the trigger.
Well, thank you for taking us on such a cool journey. I felt like I learned a lot. You also represented, the Hawaiian Isles at the same time.
Yeah.
You got us a little bit of the alternative side of you,
Sure.
which I love. And thanks for sharing today, man. Garrett, how can your fans follow you?
Well, you can follow me on Facebook. I'm usually try to put a bunch of live stuff as my goal. So that's probably the easiest way. Just search Garrett Probst, and I think coming up next, just see where this all goes. Now that I have all this time, hopefully I should come up with something solo. But I don't know yet. I'm still having a bunch of ideas. I don't know which direction I want to take it or whatever.
Oh.
But I just got to do something. So I don't know what I'm trying to do. But
hey, this is the time. Hey, I'm staying tuned. We'll stay tuned because
there you go.
You're exceptional. Thank you for sharing your ukulele stylings and your slack key accolades. It's been really fun. And I just feel like this is the kind of episode that when I started the show, this is what I wanted to do, where we feel like we're at home.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just so cool. You just, to bear your soul, but at the same time, kind of get goofy. And I really appreciate your time today. I love you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you guys for tuning in, fans and friends. Don't forget to support local musicians. That cute little pineapple right there, Venmo, Garrett-Probst. Drop some aloha in his tip jar. Okay, guys? And thank you for supporting musicians, because right now, it's a scary time for an artist. They work forever to, entertain you. And now, the stages are dry. And shows like this is, a nice little platform to put musicians on so they can still share their art. So thank you to Manau. Thank you to Michael Elam. Thank you to my stage manager, Chino LaForge. I'll see you guys next week with Jason Arkrilla and the Rhythm Sons, followed by Kanoa on the September 24th, which is going to be an excellent show as well. Don't forget, you can see all these episodes live on manaoradio.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. We're everywhere. It's crazy. I'm Trish da Dish of the Weekly Dish. Keep it real. Peace and love. Be kind to each other. Wear a mask. Chief. Bye, G. Appreciate your time. I love your face. All right, guys. Aloha.